Think about the daily ritual of mixing your protein. A budget powder gets the job done, but it often leaves chalky clumps. Contrast that with a premium tub, where ultra-fine powder dissolves instantly into a rich, smooth vortex. It is common to look at a 4,000 rupee price tag and assume you are shortchanging your results by choosing the cheaper alternative. You start to fear the expensive powder contains a hidden advantage your body needs to grow. To determine if that's true, we have to look at the specific biological mechanism that dictates all muscle growth. It's called muscle protein synthesis. This comparison shows that whether you feed your body a budget 1,500 rupee powder or a luxury 4,000 rupee formula, the resulting muscle protein synthesis remains identical. As the bars fill up, you can see that your biology treats both inputs the same way. This happens because the triggers that activate this synthesis are actually quite simple: your total protein intake and the presence of the amino acid leucine. As long as those two requirements are met, your muscles go to work. This reveals a massive gap in how most lifters train. You are likely spending money on premium features your muscles cannot use, while simultaneously starving those same muscles through unoptimized daily eating habits. Maximizing your physical results requires mastering your protein ROI. You have to optimize the financial cost of your supplements and the biological efficiency of how your body absorbs them. Let's look at the manufacturing reality. All genuine whey protein originates from the exact same source, the liquid byproduct created during cheese manufacturing. If both the budget tub and the premium tub are genuine, both will offer you roughly 24 grams of protein and 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine per scoop. This vertical chart explains where that extra 2,500 rupees actually goes. Starting at an 1,800 rupee baseline for raw whey, the first cost driver is filtration. Removing lactose and fat to create a pure isolate requires expensive processing technology. Then we add flavor. Artificial flavoring chemicals are inexpensive, but when a brand uses physical ingredients like pure cocoa powder or actual ground almonds, the manufacturing cost per batch scales up significantly. The choice of sweetener adds another layer. Artificial options like sucralose are cheap, but natural alternatives like stevia or monk fruit command a high premium that gets passed on to you. Finally, digestive enzyme blends, non-clumping agents like lecithin, and premium packaging push the price to that maximum 4,000 rupees level. When you pay top dollar, you are buying a luxury culinary and digestive experience. The biological advantage for your muscles remains the same. Knowing this, we can evaluate the specific market tiers to see what you're actually choosing. A strict budget approach utilizes basic whey protein concentrates from brands like NAC or NutriBay. This maximizes your financial ROI, but you have to accept artificial flavors and the occasional clump in your shaker. If you want a slightly higher yield, mid-tier options like Fuel 1 attempt to push the protein count to 27 grams per scoop. Achieving that high protein and great taste at this price usually involves more artificial ingredients and providing fewer total servings per tub. Then there is the clean label optimizer tier, such as Foodstrong. These products push the upper limit of a standard budget to prioritize ingredient purity. This tier offers grass-fed sourcing and removes artificial compounds entirely, ensuring easier digestion for those with sensitive stomachs. Navigating the modern supplement market is a process of choosing which minor inconveniences you are willing to tolerate to keep more of your money in your pocket. But buying the right powder is secondary to how you use it. To grow, your body needs a consistent daily intake of 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of your lean body mass. This timeline graph shows the most common mistake lifters make. They hit their total daily protein goal, but they do it through highly uneven meals, like a tiny breakfast followed by a massive spike at dinner. This leaves gains on the table. Because your body cannot store protein for later use, these long gaps leave the mTOR pathway inactive, meaning your muscles spend most of the day in a state of breakdown. The scientifically backed alternative is to take that exact same daily protein requirement and divide it evenly across 3 to 6 meals. Maintaining a steady 30 grams of protein per meal keeps muscle protein synthesis running continuously, maximizing your biological ROI. There is one critical exception to this rule, and it occurs right before you go to sleep. Because sleep is a long fasting window, a larger 40-gram bolus of protein before bed is required to sustain synthesis until morning. Hitting your daily macro target means very little if your uneven intake timeline starves your muscles for half the day. A premium tub delivers a gourmet experience for your palate and easier digestion, while supplying the exact same fundamental biological building blocks to your muscle fibers as a basic budget option. Use this decision tree. Determine your primary constraint, a strict budget or digestive comfort. If budget conscious, follow this path to genuine WPC brands to protect your wallet. Prioritize a clean label, follow the second branch. You are paying for transparency, not extra muscle growth. But regardless of the brand you choose, the powder is only effective if you reach that 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram threshold every single day. You must also divide that intake evenly across the day and include that 40-gram feeding before bed to support overnight recovery. Your first priority must be optimizing your daily eating and distribution habits to secure biological results. Once that foundation is locked in, you can decide how much you want to spend on your culinary comfort.